Hello everyone, this is Elijah with the RideShare Guy, and in this video I'm going to be showing you exactly how to place an order using the UberEATS customer app so you can get that food that you're probably craving inside your belly. So right off the bat, you should know that in order to order food or anything for that matter using UberEATS, you'll need to have an UberEATS account. That will require you to have an email and set up a password. Assuming you've already done that though, you can move on to the next step. Once you have an UberEATS account, you can order using your smartphone or using your computer. For the duration of this tutorial, we're going to be focusing on the experience of ordering using a smartphone. If you're interested in becoming an UberEATS driver, I recommend that you check this video out where we go into the nuts and bolts of the experience as an UberEATS driver, as well as addressing many frequently asked questions on how to get started, as well as how to make money with UberEATS. Swinging back to the art of placing an order using UberEATS, it should be noted that UberEATS does have its own customer app that you can use to order UberEATS from. If you would like to order food using the UberEATS customer app, you'll first need to download it. So you need to go to the Play Store if you're on Android, or the Apple Store if you're on iPhone, and type in the words UberEATS customer app. The app will then pop up and all you need to do is download it. Once downloaded, you log into your account and boom, you can begin the ordering process. For this tutorial, we'll be focusing on the process of using the UberEATS customer app to place an order, but it visually looks more or less the same even if you do use the standard Uber passenger app. When opening the UberEATS customer app, the first thing you'll want to do is take advantage of the promo code that we're going to give you so you can get a discount on your first order. You can do this by opening the customer app up, clicking on the account button at the bottom of the screen, bottom right hand of the screen. Scroll down and click on the promotions button and click on the enter code at the top right hand corner. Once there, enter the promo code that you see on the screen and you'll get a discount on your first UberEATS order. Now that that's finished, we want to back up out of this and go back to the home screen. And the next order of business that you want to do is to enter the correct address so that your UberEATS carrier can bring you the food to the right spot. I don't know about you, but I am a charitable person, but that doesn't mean I want my food being taken to someone else's address. So let's make sure we enter this correctly so you can get your food. In order to do this, there's going to be a space right next to the button that says now if you've never ordered from UberEATS before. You want to click on that space and then you can type in your address. For privacy reasons, I'll be using a CVS address for the duration of this tutorial to demonstrate exactly how the ordering process goes. So I'm going to type in CVS. And then UberEATS is going to ask you for any details that you feel your carrier would need. For instance, if you lived in an apartment complex, you want to type in the apartment number or the floor, and you'd also want to type in the name of your apartments. Right beneath those options, you see delivery options, and you have 3 delivery drop-off options that your carrier will perform based on which one you select. The first is meet at door. That means that the carrier is going to bring the food to your door. The next option is meet outside. If you have the meet outside option selected, that means that the carrier is going to wait in the car and you're going to go to your carrier to come and pick up the food. The last option is leave at door. If you select leave at door, the carrier will be instructed to leave the food at your front doorstep. You can add additional instructions for your carrier that you feel they may need. For instance, if you're in an apartment complex, it could be a good idea to put the gate code that they would need to enter the complex. That way it would speed up the process. They wouldn't have to call you. It makes things more efficient and convenient. Once you've entered all the necessary information, click on save and continue, and you've officially added your address. Next, we're going to briefly cover the pickup option when it comes to UberEATS. So if you click on the pickup button, this will actually allow you to place an order on UberEATS and then go pick the food up. So in other words, it saves you the trouble of having to order once you get there. For this tutorial, we're going to be focusing on the delivery option because the pickup option is visually the same up to the point to where you place the order. Then the only difference is you would go pick up the order versus with the delivery option, the carrier is going to obviously come to you. So we're going to click back to the delivery option and we're going to go over exactly what does UberEATS deliver. So we see a few options. We see groceries, convenience, alcohol, pharmacy, and obviously restaurants. Restaurants are pretty self-explanatory and we'll be going into detail on that in a sec. If you click on see all, you're going to see a common theme of various categories that you can get delivered and the basic information such as the time frame and how much it costs. I do need to mention that some of these services are still expanding, so if it's not available in your market yet, don't be too surprised as Uber Eats is expanding these services. So it couldn't hurt to check them out, but if it's not available, just be patient. Backing up out of that, we're going to click on the restaurants. And we're going to use the restaurants as kind of like the stand-in tutorial for the rest of them. Since there's not much difference in all the categories, the only one that's kind of different is the alcohol, and that would involve you needing an ID. But minus that, the delivery process is the same, more or less. So we're going to use the restaurants as a stand-in for this tutorial. So when we're looking at restaurants, we see some information that's pretty critical. We see the price, we see how long it's going to take, and we also see the rating. The price can fluctuate based on how many drivers are currently driving at that time, as well as how many orders are coming in for that restaurant. This is known as the delivery fee. The time is an estimated time based on that supply and demand that we just talked about. Keep in mind that this isn't a guaranteed time, but it's just an estimated time. Lastly, we have the rating. So once you have the food in your stomach, you have the option to rate the restaurant on a scale of 1 star to 5 stars. And your rating will be incorporated into their overall rating so people know exactly what this restaurant is about. To take a look at a few examples, we see Osaki Sushi, and it has a delivery fee of 99 cents. It's estimated between 50 and 60 minutes of delivery time, and it's rated 4.5. If we scroll down, we see It's So Vegan. Its delivery fee is a little inflated, and you can tell because there's an arrow pointing upwards. That means that in the area where It's So Vegan is serving, there's not as many Uber Eats drivers out there, so the delivery fee has been inflated. The estimated delivery time is between 40 to 50 minutes, and the overall rating is 4.6. Of course, this is just one way of seeing what restaurants are in your area that you can pick from. You see a few categories at the top that you can use to surf what's available. You can also browse the app in general for other categories that may not be listed. By clicking on the Browse button at the bottom, you see various categories that you can surf the app in, such as vegan, Asian, pizza, sushi, just to name a few. If one of those categories interests you, all you have to do is click on it, and it's going to bring restaurants up that fit that category. If you have a particular restaurant that you know you want to order from, you can just type it in at the top. So for instance, let's say if I wanted to order from Osaki, it pops up because I typed the name in. So since I've been staring at Osaki for so long, I think I'm actually going to order something. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And once you've clicked on the restaurant, you'll see some information that could be of use. You'll see how long it's going to be open. So if it's about to close, you might want to hurry. But minus that, you have the option to switch between delivery or pickup. We've covered the pickup, so we're going to stick with the delivery option. You have the option to click on what's known as a group order. A group order is a way that other people can pitch in exactly what items that they want, as well as pitch in funds. So if you're interested in ordering for like some big group, but you're going to be the one that's going to kind of be facilitating everything, a group order may be something that you're interested in. You'll just click on invite guests, and then you would invite whoever you want. Uber Eats will then generate a link. You can send that to them, they click on it, and then they can add whatever they want to add, as well as contribute whatever they want to contribute financially. We're not going to do a group order in this instance, so we're going to cancel it, but that's good to know about just in case you had an interest in that. And if you click on the dots at the top right-hand corner, Uber Eats has added a new feature called Stories, where you can actually see what other people have said about the restaurant, like only place close to me with good sushi. In other words, this is like a form of testimonials or people that are vouching for the restaurant. So, that's pretty cool. Gonna exit out of that. And now let's get to the fun part. So you can scroll through the menu to add what you want to eat. I'm going to click on the tofu fried rice. That's going to give me a few options as far as like, do I want to add anything else? For the moment, I don't want to, so I'm going to click on add one to cart. Once you've selected exactly what food that you want, you click on view cart. And if you want special utensils, you do need to request them. So in this case, I do want forks, so I would click on request utensils. And if you have any notes that you feel the restaurant should know about that you want, like extra ketchup or extra salt or something like that, you want to click on add note. And you can put it here. A good example for me is there are places I order from where I don't want them to put any kind of sauce because I'm a vegan and it might be mixed with dairy. So I tell them to omit the sauce and they omit the sauce. That's not the case here, so I'm not going to put anything, but this is good to know about. So I'm going to exit out of this and click on go to checkout. Uber Eats will likely try to incentivize you by asking if you want to add something to your order. If you want to, add it. If you don't, say no thanks. Once you're at this screen, you'll have a few options to customize your order. If you want to switch to pickup, you can switch to pickup. We're not going to do that. If you wanted to change the address is saying that I'm far away because obviously I'm using CVS for demonstration purposes. But if you wanted to change your address, you could just click on the address and then change it. Right below your address, you have the option to change exactly how the delivery is going to happen. So if you want to leave at the door, to meet outside, or to deliver at the door. I want it to leave at the door, so I'm going to leave that. Next, you'll have the option to pick on the delivery time. So at this moment, there's usually 3 options, but it's only showing 2 because that's all that's available. There's usually a no rush option, which gives you a discount, like usually about $1, but it will take longer because your order is marked as not a rush. There's the standard option where whatever the standard amount of time it takes to deliver the food, that's how long it's going to take. Or you can click on a priority where you pay an extra $1 or 2 and your order is marked as priority in terms of it kind of goes to the top of the queue, so to speak. Now, those options aren't popping up right now because I guess they're not available because of supply and demand, but a lot of times they are available. The next option is you can actually schedule a delivery if you wanted to in the future. So if I wanted to schedule a delivery, I would just pick the date and I would also pick the time and click on done. We're not doing that because we want this food ASAP. If you wanted to add any additional items, you can do so by clicking on add items and just picking the item that you want to add. Going to back out of that. Once you scroll down to the bottom, you're going to see exactly the fees you'll be paying. The subtotal is obviously how much the food is going to cost. Taxes and fees are a combination of obviously taxes and the Uber service fee that Uber charges. The service fee, according to Uber, is the fee that they need to charge in order to stay in business. You'll also see a delivery fee, which is something that's split between carriers and also the restaurant that you're ordering from. Once you're ready, you'll have the option to either change your payment option or add a payment option if this is your first time. On Uber Eats, you can pay using a debit card, Google Pay, and also PayPal. This would be the place that you add that information in. So when you're ready, you add the information needed and you click on Next. From here, you're given the option of how much you want to tip your carrier. Tips are very much encouraged and very appreciated by Uber Eats drivers. So if you can, it's really nice to leave a good tip. When you're ready, click on Place Order, and then Uber Eats will confirm your order. After confirming your order, you'll then be taken to this screen where it says Order Received, and then it will move to Preparing your order. You'll be shown an estimated time of arrival as well as the latest arrival. If you need help, just click on the Help button. The Help button will give you a variety of options as far as contacting Uber Eats by clicking on More Help. If you want to switch to picking up the delivery, you can click on Pick Up Order, and if for some reason you need to cancel the order, you can click on Cancel Order. Keep in mind that if you cancel order, fees may apply. Eventually, your order will be accepted by an Uber Eats driver that will go and pick up your order. Once that happens, the screen will switch to picking up your order. You'll be able to tell what phase the order is in by looking at the restaurant. It's saying that it's currently wrapping up, meaning that it's almost ready and the delivery driver is almost there. If you need to contact your driver, you can do so by phone or text message. And if at some point you want to increase the tip, just click on the tip icon at the bottom of the screen. Once your driver has picked up the order, the screen will switch to the heading your way phase. You will then be able to see exactly how far away your driver is from getting to your destination. The app will supply you with a photo of your driver as well as what car that they're driving in. If at any point during the ordering process you feel that you need to contact Uber Eats for some particular issue, you can click on the help icon in the top right hand corner. Once they're a few minutes away, Uber Eats will give you a notification on the app letting you know that they're close by. If you've selected the Meet at the Door option or the meet outside option for your driver, be sure to be ready to go and do that option. If you've selected leave at the door, then the driver will leave the food at the door as you've instructed. Once the driver has dropped off the food, the order is officially completed and delivered. The app will then ask you to rate your Uber Eats driver. Give them a thumbs up if everything went good, or you can give them a thumbs down. Keep in mind that drivers need to maintain a satisfaction rating of 85% or above, and a negative rating will impact their satisfaction rating. So keep that in mind if you do decide to give them a thumbs down, as it could impact their ability to make money on the platform. You also have the option to increase the tip to up to 1 hour after you have received your delivery. So if you're feeling generous, you can also increase the tip by clicking the edit button right next to tip. Once you've rated your driver, then it's time to enjoy that food that you ordered. The next time you get on the app, Uber Eats will ask you to rate your food. You can give them 5 stars if everything went according to plan, or if something was to your dissatisfaction, you can rate them less than 5 stars. You can also leave the restaurant feedback by clicking on anything to add. This feedback can be used to improve their operations for future orders. Once you've given them a star rating, you can give the particular items in the order a thumbs up or a thumbs down based on your experience. That concludes the Uber Eats order portion of the video. Next, we're going to give a brief tutorial of exactly how do you navigate the Uber Eats customer app. The home screen is basically the place that you can use to place orders or to get you to the appropriate category that you want to order from, like groceries, restaurants, etc. The tracks icon at the top right-hand corner is basically a filter button. So if we click on it, this will allow you to filter what you're seeing based on certain credentials that you want, such as most popular, the rating, the quickest delivery time, what deals are going on, the price range. You can set a maximum delivery fee so that only restaurants with a delivery fee less than what you put in are shown. You could select dietary, so vegetarian, vegan, gluten-free, halal, etc. You just hit apply, and then you'll only see things based on the filters that you placed. Backing out of that, if you click on the Browse tab, like we talked about before, this allows you to type in something directly, and it also gives you a few subcategories that you can pick from in terms of picking whatever restaurant or business that you want to order from. If we click on the grocery button, this is a shortcut to get you to the grocery section of the app. If we click on the carts button, this will show whatever orders are currently in your cart right now. If you don't have anything, you could always click on start shopping, and then it'll take you to the browse section. Backing out of that, you can also click on the orders button at the top right hand corner. If you click on view store, this can be used as a shortcut to get you to the restaurant that you want to order from. If a restaurant is actually open and you click on that orders tab, you'll have the option to just click on reorder, and it will automatically reorder the last thing that you ordered from that restaurant. So it can be a little bit of a shortcut if you're a little impatient like me. If you click on the account button, this allows you a few options that you can change with your account. The orders button will take you to the orders just like before. If you favored any restaurants, you can click on your favorites, and it will only show restaurants that are on your favorites list. You can check out the various restaurant rewards or deals that they have going on by clicking on the restaurant rewards. If you click on the wallet button, this will give you the option to add funds to your account. Now you can just pay directly with a debit card or PayPal or something, but if you didn't want to add that, you could just add funds using Uber Cash by clicking on add funds. And you could even set up auto deposits if you wanted to. And if you wanted to send a meal to someone as a gift using Uber Eats, you can click on send the gift. Backing out of that, if you need help with anything, you can click on the help. This is for if you have any issues or questions with an order. You want to click this help section, and Uber Eats will direct you on what to do next. And we've already covered the promotions in the beginning of this video. You should be getting a discount on your first order and chowing down. If we scroll down, if you wanted to, you can click on Uber One. And this is basically a subscription service where you can get a discount on rides and deliveries. If you want to know more about that, you can always check that out because the terms could change based on the time. So I'm not going to go into the details of that. I'm going to back out of that. And if you click on the settings button, this lets you add options such as a home address and also your work address. And lastly, if you have a friend that you know would benefit from Uber Eats or getting food delivered, feel free to send them an invite. they'll get a discount and you can get a discount off your next order. That concludes our tutorial on the UberEATS customer app. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comments section below. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new and hit that bell notification. We publish new videos every single week, so subscribing is a great way to stay posted on what's going on in the gig economy. And if you found value in this video, a thumbs up would be greatly appreciated. This has been Elijah with the RideShare Guy. Be safe, be profitable.